Good morning, everyone. I know it's a little later than normal for my Mindful Monday musings, but here in Central Florida, it's still technically morning. So I'm going to go ahead and record this and get it out to you this morning. So, hello for any of those of you who are new to my channel. I am Dee, and this is my Mindful Monday musings, which is just kind of my casual corner of the internet for just some thoughts between me and you and just a more casual space for me to relay information to you. So this morning, what I thought I would do, and I felt drawn to do, is we do have a new moon coming up this week. So I thought I would do a new moon card reading for you. One of the things I would like to remind you of is that this is a collective reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. And if it does not resonate with you, I encourage and invite you to just leave it behind. What doesn't feel like it applies to you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to use my spitting out cards already very quickly. So apparently Spirit has some information it wants to share with you today. I'm going to use my Shadowscapes Tarot deck today. So I'm going to do a few tarot cards and then we'll do some fairy oracle cards. I've gotten 5 cards, but I didn't want the reading to be that long. So I'm just going to take the top 3 since this is just a Monday musings and not a full blown, longer video like I normally do on my podcast episodes. So yeah, this is amazing energy. The world card is the first card that comes up. Let me see if I can get, yeah, with no glare there. And so this is a major arcana card, and the world is available to you as the message I'm getting through this card. We just simply have to allow things to unfold for us. We humans, we love to push things. We do have the capability of creation. Actually, we are creating all the time, whether we realize it or not. And this is a message that's been coming really strongly through for me, is a manifestation. We get to create our own world. We truly do. And we do it every day, whether we're paying attention to it or not. So we need to allow ourselves to step into this more positive energy, this more uh, amazing possibilities energy. That might sound a little awkward coming out of my mouth. It's not rolling off my tongue very smoothly, but I feel that so strongly because we are creating all the time and we don't even pay attention to it. And the way you can realize and see what you're creating is just take a look at your life. What is going on in your life? Are you experiencing a lot of abundance? Are you experiencing a lot of scarcity? Those things are really telltale signs of where your thoughts are. And so if you're spending a lot of time on thoughts of scarcity and lack, that's what you're going to be seeing in your world, your personal like space, not the world as a whole, but your personal world. And if you're finding your thoughts are around a lot of abundance and things happening for you in a positive way, then that's what you're going to be seeing in your world. So I invite you to just take a look at what's going on in your personal world and realize that if it's something that you don't like, you are fully capable and have all of the power already inside of you to create something very different for yourself. So that's the world card. And then next we have the 3 of Cups. And it's kind of hard to see on here. Let me get a little closer, maybe. This is very, very much flow and learning to allow the unity of your mind, body, and soul, right? So we have all of these facets of ourselves and we tend to live in our mind a lot where we're in our logical mind. And I had someone say to me the other day, we can't hate our logical mind, Dee. It's very important and it's very useful to us, and it is. And we don't need to hate our logical minds. However, our logical minds keep us in fight or flight a lot of the times. They make us, the logical mind shows us all of the reasons that things don't need to move forward because that's going to be uncomfortable for us. So it endeavors to keep us safe in an area that is known to us, which may not necessarily be the best or most productive place for us to be, right? Our logical mind is amazing at teaching us how to stay on the correct side of the road when we're driving, making sure our bath water isn't too hot for us so that we don't scald our skin and different things like that. So the logical mind is a very useful tool. And we do need to embrace it when it's time to do that. However, I've said out loud many times to my logical mind, you've got to shut up. I'm doing spiritual work over here. Some things are inexplicable, and spirit is very much one of those things that, it doesn't make sense. Sometimes you wonder, how did that happen? It doesn't, like it just seems impossible to us. And that's okay. And those are times we get to tell our logical mind to be quiet, like keep me safe on the road, by all means, help me make the correct decisions in the traffic. But right now, this is something that's spiritual, and I need to be able to allow that to expand and grow. So just realizing that the unity of mind, body, and soul, it's all spiritual. It's all spiritual. It took me a very long time to realize and embrace the fact that my physical body is spiritual also, because I felt so encumbered by it. I've talked about this in some of my podcast episodes. It's all spiritual. It's all joined together. It's all one. And there's a lot of flow that can happen there if we simply allow it and shut down that logical brain sometimes and allow that flow to happen, whether or not it makes sense to us. Because spirit can allow things to happen in the most beautiful, amazing ways that we couldn't even come up with on our best day of creativity. So I invite you to just allow those things to flow in for you and realize that spirit's got you. Okay. And the next card is the Eight of Wands. And this is such a, okay, there we go. This is such a beautiful card about creation and putting your wishes and desires out there into the universe so that they can be brought to you. Because if you keep them close to you, and I feel like someone really needs to hear this right now. I know I was this person for the longest time. I was so afraid to really voice my dreams and my desires and my wishes to the universe. And I kept them close, and I didn't put them out there because I thought, what's the use anyway, right? And when I finally allowed myself to start, it's kind of difficult to see on here, but these are like dandelion seeds, where you just take the dandelion and you make a wish and you blow it and the seeds just float away on the wind. That's what this is showing, right? And we can allow those seeds to just go out into the universe and grow into something beautiful. And it does make a difference to be able to hold on to those intentions and just allow them to grow and expand and go where they need to go and allow that flow. That's like this previous card, right? Allow that flow to happen, and you'll find yourselves one day in this most amazing place. Right. That's what's happening to me right now, because I was allowed myself to be brave enough to put my wishes out into the universe. And now some pretty amazing stuff is happening, which I'll be sharing on future episodes, probably next Monday, actually. So I invite you to keep an eye open for that. But I invite you to get your own dandelion, your big fat dandelion, and blow those seeds out into the wind. Get those wishes out there, because if you're keeping them close by, they don't have a chance to grow. They have to get out there where they can get in the sun and the soil and really take root. But we have to be brave enough. We have to allow ourselves to be brave enough to put those things out there. So go ahead, get those wishes out there. Okay, that's what the tarot has to say today. Now let's go with the fairy oracle and see what the fairies have to say about the new moon energy coming up. I feel a lot of creation. I feel a lot of creation and positivity. I know I have a lot of it going on in my own life, and maybe that's part of what's carrying over to here. But I hope y'all don't mind that, sending a little positivity out to you, a little, your dreams can come true and will come true if you allow them to you. Mwah, all the love in the world right there to you. Okay, so let's see what the fairies have to say. I'm really kind of excited. They're being a little quiet right now. Come on. It's at least one card here. Let's see. Okay, we got a couple here. All right. So the first one is once was innocent. Beautiful card. Look at that. I just love my fairy cards. Once was innocent, and it says knowledge means change. So I invite you to, there's something maybe tinkering around in your mind, and you're like, I know this, and you haven't acted on it yet. Knowledge means change. A lot of people say, like knowledge is power. It isn't power. Knowledge is potential power. It depends on what you do with that knowledge that makes it powerful. If you just sit on it and keep it close, then it doesn't really get to develop into anything. So once was innocent, knowledge means change. What have you found out recently? What have you come to the realization of, or it has come into your awareness recently that will allow you to really create some change in your life if you act on it? That's something to think about this morning. The next one is the Merlin. Aren't these cards beautiful? You can't really tell in this, but these are fairies. These are three fairies around his head there. And well, two fairies. Guidance, mentorship, teacher of the old ways. So maybe you are a mentor to someone and you're teaching them. To me, the old ways doesn't necessarily mean magic. It means the old ways of doing things like they did back in the, like way back when people were like the days of Atlantis and some things like that, where we were really into our power. We physically acted with the power that we had within us because we didn't doubt ourselves, right? That to me, that is the old way. So bringing that back, realizing the power that we actually have as humans, that's what I feel like this is about. So, um, what do you feel you're capable of? What do you feel of you're capable of creating in this world? Maybe you are a mentor to someone. Maybe you need to get yourself a mentor so that you can step into your power more effectively and more strongly. That's just something to think about this morning. So I hope that resonates with someone out there. We can all learn from each other. Mentors don't always look exactly like what we think they're going to, but they do teach us. So allowing those lessons to come in and sharing those, right? Because we all need to learn and grow. Okay, cry for nature. That's the next card. This one is mourning for something sacred which seems lost. There's a lot of stuff going on in our world right now. So I feel like this is a testament to that there's things out there that are really, I hate to use the term heartbreaking, but that's the word that's coming into my head right now, and so we're mourning for those things. However, I'd like to invite you right now to send love and light to these things that make you sad, mad, angry, frustrated, instead of sending those other emotions out into the universe and into the field, because sending love and light to these situations and allowing that energy to expand is what is going to change everything for us. Okay. The next one is Riddle Fisher. And this one says divination, seeking out and finding answers. So I feel like someone out there is looking for answers. And if you haven't found them yet, know that you are going to. I have a mentor from my past. He's crossed over now, but he used to always tell me the answer is inside you. And I used to get really frustrated with that and ask him, okay, then what organ are they hiding behind? Because I can't find them. But the answers are there for you. If you simply allow yourself to see them, you can ask spirit to present those answers to you in a way that is easy for you to understand and obvious to you so that you don't miss it. And if you feel like you're getting an answer and you don't fully understand it, ask for another interpretation of it, because those answers truly are there for us if we just allow ourselves to see them. So that's that, Riddle Fisher. And now I want to get some cards from my Earth Magic deck. I absolutely love, love, love this deck. This deck usually puts the punctuation and the underline on my readings for me. So it's going to be interesting to see what we get here out of this deck today for our collective. All right. Okay. All right. There's one. Let's see. Oop, oop. Okay. There's another one. And then, oh, I got that one in my own personal reading this morning. Let's see if we can get one more. One more, please. Sometimes when my card decks are done giving me cards, they tighten up, and I feel this one tightening up. So this may be all that we're going to get today. Let me see. I'll shuffle twice more. And if we get something, we do. And Earth Magic doesn't have anything else to say today. So, okay. So the first card is River Movement. Okay. So like we like to feel we're stuck in a place sometimes. I really feel this energy strongly right now. We like to feel we're stuck in a place sometimes. We are never stuck anywhere. There's always a choice. It may not be a choice we're comfortable with. It may not be a choice we like. It may be a choice that scares the absolute shit out of us. There's always a choice. Okay. So allowing this movement to happen in your life, be the movement. Sometimes we have to make those hard choices. You know, I did in my life. I was in a horrible relationship and I was terrified to get out of it, even though it was abusive and everything, because I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't, the future was so uncertain. I didn't see where I was going to go. I didn't have a place to stay. I didn't have any money. I mean, it was a mess, but my choices were, do I allow this movement to happen? Do I create this movement myself, or do I stay here and continue to live in a situation that is awful and uncomfortable and I hate it, you know? So sometimes we have to be the movement we want to see. So I don't know, I feel like there's someone out there that needed to hear this message. Things will work out. They might be uncomfortable, they might be difficult, they might be scary as hell. You are strong enough to create this movement. You are strong enough to be this movement. And on the flip side of that, there's flow in someone's life out there too. The flow is happening. So in enjoying that flow as things just kind of travel on down and they're effortless for you, enjoying that flow. Allow yourself to express the gratitude, right? Even if you're in that tougher situation, express the gratitude for your capability for shifting that situation for yourself. Okay. Know that you have the capability to do that. So that's some interesting energy that's way different. Like the spectrum of that energy is really different from this card today. But movement. Things are not stagnant in this world. We always have a choice. We always can move them. Or if the movement is already happening, allowing it to continue and expressing so much gratitude for that in our lives. Okay. And then the next one is tsunami, wake up call. I actually got this card in mine this morning, but it meant a lot different things in my reading for myself this morning than what I realize it is right now. Maybe someone's wake up call was what I just said. Realizing that you have a choice. New moon. I know this shows a full moon, but the new moon energy is here. We can shift things. We can change things. We can create something new for ourselves. So, wake up call. This is your chance to shift things and make things different for yourself. Okay. 2025 doesn't have to look like the last ever how many years you've been in the situation you're in. It can look completely different. You can create that for yourself. You can bring yourself to a safe place where you're not feel like you're drowning in this tumultuous crap that has been going on for you. Wow, I didn't expect that to be what this card was going to say, but there you have it. So I encourage all of you to just take what you need from this reading today and leave what doesn't resonate. I would love for you to share your thoughts and your comments about it. If it's something that resonated with you, leave that in there. If it didn't resonate, I'm happy to have those comments too, because it's all, like I said, it's collective energy right now. So it's not something that's a personal reading for someone. But if it does resonate with you, I'd love to hear that. I just encourage you all to use this new moon energy to create something new and amazing for yourselves. And if you're just allowing the flow to continue to happen and create more amazing things for yourself, then I'm sending so much love and light to all of you so that all of the goodness and majesty and amazingness in this life can happen for you in 2025, because I really feel like this is going to be an incredible year for so many of us. So thank you for listening. I'm so happy that you're a part of my life in this way. I truly am. And I wish you a beautiful week. And I will share some more news on my personal life with you next week. Thank you all so much for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love you all and have a beautiful week.